Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Oakland Raiders and the New England Patriots. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Brady to throw on second down. This is White on the screen. And some room to work. White's got a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 38. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, if you bring your tight end over.
That he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel punching it in from a yard away. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. A little juke. Oh, now he bowls him over. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Handoff comes to Lynch. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Dobbs now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
First down to run with Lynch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Lawrence Guy able to bring him down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second down, Dobbs. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Carlson able to put this one through. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Orange! White, we said!
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw is Brady. Steps away to his left. Goes underneath here to White. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you've got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Brady's going to sneak it. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now this time, Brady will throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready? Wait.
Now Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. defense makes a good play, too.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Brady now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Lynch. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing here, Dobbs. And this one is incomplete.
But they're certainly being aggressive here. It's like being a sprinter in a 100-meter dash, exploding out of the blocks, trying to push the ball downfield. Guaranteed this defense better be on their toes. They're going to be tested all game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Dorsett on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch.
And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Philip Dorsett, 53 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Dobbs. Caught by Nelson left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. He completes it to Bryant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go. 190. 190.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Forced out to his left. Going deep here for Bryant. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Flex round. Flex round.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now whistles blow and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2.
Flex round! Flex round! Cut!
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. The kick by Carlson is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And he finally runs out of gas, but not before he's inside the 10-yard line.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Hankins able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere and made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On 1st down, Downs to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that...
And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Partner, I don't care how long he plays. Anytime there's a fumble involving Tom Brady.
You think the Raiders are involved?
You think the Raiders are involved, you think it's snowing, and immediately you hear the words, Tuck Rule. And now the Tuck Rule doesn't exist anymore, but that always comes back up with Tom Brady, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, even here, even now. trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Cook has it left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Dobbs is throwing. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he
lived to fight another down, right?
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Bad 38.
Now Dobbs. And he finds a man on the crossing route. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Carlson able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Returnable for Dorsett. Boy, shifts past him. Oh, now he bowls him over. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 70 yards. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Brady. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider another sack. Jonathan Hankins in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Gordon. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. Throw left side, complete. That's Gordon. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Brady to throw on 2nd down. And this is caught at the 8. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Michel on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
New England on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I, and they will run it with Michel. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Devin McCourty brings him down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get the...
He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. A big play there for New England. 41 yards. On 1st down, Brady. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a fast footwork by White. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh no, he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
And that's a down and distance coaches always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter, he's got it at the 15. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 56 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. James White, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. The pitch out to Lynch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here's Dobbs to throw. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin with Michel on the ground, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Michelle. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, let's go.
Now a play fake. Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
We go.
Now a pitch out to Michelle. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run it in. Michelle. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Dobbs. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Ohio. Ohio.
On second down, Dobbs. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Here's Dobbs to throw. Escaping and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And give him a gain of 37. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw Dobbs. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And now the Raiders will face an important 2-point conversion attempt here. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And this is secured by the Patriots. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get forward.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Thicker the ply, thicker the bag. Meet him a bite, now listen no beamer. I'm Brian O'Connor, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way it been made it, the is mad. Man in them baggins, I'm all in my bag. I ain't holding around, just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a, tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim, in my denim, she was trying to for it out, she don't give a. She was in her bag, Fendi and some lane hags for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation, we was on roll like tires. What we gon' I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, my. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the be one of the all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean. Never let them touch, fits like temper tantrums. Girl, come back that up, all in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl hopping up about a Pearl 6 Louis speed bag glued to her wrist. She was getting paid, she ain't think a thing, but she was thinking slay. We blade thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing a check. I'm really gon' run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Honorable C notes.
Yeah.